Hey everyone, I'm Rather Incoherent, back with more modded XCOM. We're doing our first Haven Assault of the campaign. We have 5 shotguns, which will hopefully solve our problems. If they don't, hopefully our 8 frag grenades will. We have a Reaper to scout out where to shoot and where to throw grenades. We have a Medic to save Dead Mother, we'll cover that in a second. And we have a Marine, because if we do get a Chosen that needs to be suppressed, we need someone with suppression on the team. Otherwise, they're just, you know, the closest thing to long range the team has. A disclaimer before I enter into the mission though, I do have some inside information. This is my second time playing it, because this is why I can't play Iron Man, mod issues. I had a car explode not once, not twice, but 3 times. And on the first one, when the second explosion went off and it killed one of my soldiers, I was like, you know what, I probably played badly. I'm sure it was on fire and I should have known. The car was already a smoking husk, I checked the footage. But on the third one, when someone walked up to the dead body on the exploded car, the car exploded again when I hit intern killing them. I was like, no, that's too much. I figured out what map pack it is. I don't like the map that it is, so hopefully the bug is related to the map and not something else. But either way, this will be the first and only time you'd see this map in the mission, or in the campaign. The only way to avoid playing on this map, however, is to load a save from before the mission was generated. I don't have one that doesn't require me to replay the mission before this one, so the simplest solution on my end is simply to replay this mission, map that I dislike and all, and then remove the mod at the end of the mission. So let's get on the struggle bus and let's go desperately avoid any cars, regardless of how many times we see them explode. Alright, so with this map, as you can see, it is a highway with apartments on either side, and there are 2 sets of fairly massive apartments with the road running down the middle between them. Now, the road itself is pretty miserable. There are a couple of high cover vehicles, but by and large, most of them have shit cover. It looks like this time we didn't get a turret. It's possible for turrets to spawn right there, exactly where this thing is. But I guess because it's so close to our spawn, it didn't spawn with a turret in this. There are 2 reasons I dislike this map and why I'll be removing it. The first is that this no man's land of a road with terrible line of sight on this side and no high cover on the other side is just miserable to progress down. And generally speaking, I found the firefights and the movement to be incredibly unfun and grindy. However, additionally, outside of this map, I don't think there's any time I've ever seen a turret show up inside of a Haven defense. It's very weird that that can happen and feels intrinsically wrong to me. So I'm going to be removing this map on that basis. Also, can I see a card that matches the one that was exploding? This map has a lot of different parcels than the one I saw last time. I don't know if it was a car that started off exploded like this one, or if it's a car that ended up exploding later like this one, but I had a car where I had someone in cover against it. It exploded. I was like, oh, all right, I'm probably bad at the game. I can believe I just fucked that up. And then when I moved the second guy to their body and specifically made the choke, it's already exploded once. Can't have lightning strike twice. Which is funny because it's fake in real life, but in this case, it actually can't explode twice, except it did. And I just feel like the game is being mean to me at that point. So this map has to go because I'm being bullied. It also makes this map substantially harder to play when I feel like I'm not allowed to be on the roads. Since our final objective is going to be over here, dear God, that is a lot of people in this building. Since our final objective is going to be over here, it's very likely that there's almost no enemies in this. The line of play is from down here to over here. So most enemies won't be on this side. Odds are this pod's the only one, and most of the other enemies are already over here. So we're going to want to cut hard left and just not even be in the road. Just fuck this, go straight left. And to that end, we're going to have our Reaper scout out the path. Unfortunately, they just sort of have to blind dash into Fog of War and hope there's nobody standing right here. I can tile scan and see that we're safe, I think. So we can just run forward here. Yeah, perfect. Now, our Marine is the only person who's actually got relevant positioning. We need them in the best cover they can have at all times. That'll be this full cover. Everyone else is in flat sprint forward. Do I want them in the open? I don't think this is safe. I saw a pod through Fog of War at the start there. I think if I move around in this area, I could end up pulling. I think the best move is to be sprinting hard left, like to an unreasonable degree, because we're going to be getting inside of these buildings at the end of this. And since everyone has shotguns, we just want to get as close to the enemy position as we can. I know there are enemies across the road from us, but like, real talk here, we're not dealing with them. They'll come to us eventually, or the Resistance Militia will deal with them. Speaking of, I am running Militia Overhaul as well as another mod. It's the Chosen, the Warlock is here. I'll get back to my mod talk in a second. The most dangerous thing he can do is just teleport behind you and shoot you in the back, but generally he just screws around and wastes your time. Immune to melee is kind of funny when combined with brittle. It sort of negates his weakness a bit. Also, I've got two skirmishers, or sorry, not skirmishers, two assaults on this team, so this is a little bit annoying, but Brittle's a pretty damning weakness. If I had a skirmisher, he'd be absolutely screwed, but without a skirmisher, actually, skirmisher weakness with immune to melee sort of cancels that out almost entirely. Like, what am I going to do? Move towards him and shoot him once with the bullpup? But my 5 shotguns against the Brittle guy is going to be pretty good. So I'm not too worried about him at all with that set of weaknesses. Now, getting back to mod talk, I have militia overhaul, so the militia is actually pretty competent at fighting advent soldiers at this tech level. They'll get grossly outclassed as time goes on, and their AI is absolute trash, so they'll still lose. But in terms of the stats of the soldiers, they're much more effective at this low tech level. Additionally, I'm running another overhaul, I forget what it's called. Don't you dare, Fantastic Fox, good job. It's going to cause the AI, the mod is going to cause the AI to not know if it's shooting a faceless or not, and the civilians will additionally be better at running away. So you'll see faceless running from shots, and faces getting triggered by aliens, things that just make sense to happen. You'll see civilians actually getting in cover, like that guy's going upstairs to get in cover and away from all the danger. And also, the Warlock did not spawn very far away. That is like in line of sight. I'm like right there. He usually spawns... Usually all chosen spawn very, very far away. I'm so taken aback that I haven't been paying attention to the units at all, and I really should be. Always makes me sad to see the Resistance AI shooting Frost units and just getting nothing done. Oh yeah, Dead Mother's on the ground and bleeding out. I've been so distracted by mod talk. So yeah, Rescue Dead Mother is a mod. You can get to her in the first 8 turns, stabilize her with a medkit, and she'll join your team as a field support officer. Wonderful mod, really like it. We'll be trying to rescue her because I'm not greedy for unit count. Now, we can't really just blitz this guy, but man, would I like to. Surprisingly, I can't see him, but we'll sort that out. If I get here, I will be able to see him, which is interesting because, I mean, logically, I shouldn't be able to step out. I'd be stepping out into the air. Hey, Warlock. I'm totally happy to be pulling him immediately. I'm interested to know if I'm pulling the stuff on the other side of the road that we saw earlier, but we have to listen to him talk for a good long while first. Go get a sip of tea.
To bring their vision to this world and beyond. Come, allow yourself to be reclaimed.
That's the
Bradford, I'm getting enough conversation from him. I don't need you to help. I could suppress him, but like, what's even the point? He's going to waste his time with psionics. I'm not worried about him shooting. So, does this have inherent shred? I don't actually know. Does it tell me on the screen even? It does. 1 shred. Let's see if we can't get this working. Excellent start for our Marine. Also, the Advent troops are like right there. I'm not sure why I could see them there, but they are very nearby. Going to move to here on Sundown King and see what I see with him. We know the sectoid soldiers around that corner. Biotrooper we have eyes on. I mean, Biotrooper's just making some mistakes with his life. If this fails to kill, I probably have to run and gun to the other side of the door, but that's fine. Take him out. Good job. Did not low roll the damage. It'll be 1 in 3 and then a 45% to crit, so yeah, the vast majority of the time he's dead there. I think it's like 1 in 6 to not kill. Sectoid soldier with loot, we do want to kill that, but he's kind of out of the way. I could just Hail Mary a rocket straight at this guy immediately, right? I want to be running forward on these combat engineers, and I'm not worried about the sectoid soldier potentially flanking them at all. I think that's a waste. But damn, does it feel bad to not shoot him. I can get to here and just take a flank shot on him. It's good enough. I mean, maybe it's good enough. It doesn't really feel good enough. 45, but it's substantial damage if it hits. Well, we still get 1 through with the stock. Actually, do we? The armor does seem to have negated the stock unless it animated very, very quickly. Don't think it did. I'm going to go ahead and just chuck this grenade now. Doing that's going to shred the armor. There's always something a combat engineer can be doing that's relevant. Flamethrowers, rockets. The grenade's one of the lowest impact things it has. Are you in the open? Why was I afraid of being in a flank position when I've already done this with a combat engineer? Jesus. Like, I've already just hard committed to he's probably going to screw around and not shoot me, so why'd I worry about it on the second soldier? That sectoid soldier is just not something I can deal with. I can move to here and put a grenade through the door. My sapper's definitely just running forward. In terms of grenades, we can't reach it. We can just put another one on top of the Warlock. We get Hail Mary it into the Fog of War where we think the pod is. Doesn't seem like a great play. Gonna get 42 for damage and chip him with a stock. Hey, it still does something. I mean, it could have done a lot more. We could have dealt like 10 more damage to him, but hey. At least he knows our guns can't completely miss, just mostly. So that's telling me that it pulls because, oh, the Reaper has vision. Thank you, Reaper. Going to take the high ground here and just shoot the Warlock immediately. Did not pull. I was briefly like, oh, wait a second. There could be units that I don't see with the Reaper where it pulls. But a 73 for chip here is very, very relevant. Because, I mean, they've got 36 health. My 8-man squad is not just a buff. I balance things to have more units and for bosses to have more health. 33% more health on Warlock because we have 33% more soldiers. And yeah, it just takes a bit to get through that now. It's not the sort of thing that happens sometimes in smaller campaigns where like 2 guys just wreck the Chosen in 1 turn. He has so much health. Yeah, just fucking, like, we're already getting flanked and shit. Just run forward and shoot him with a shotgun. The sectoid soldier's probably going to shoot somebody else. It's fine. He's probably going to back away and not do anything dangerous, and look, I can dream, right? I think I obviously just run forward here and end the turn.
Clumsy patrol is moving.
Yeah, I know. You've already taken your turn, it's fine. And you didn't even panic. Nice. Oh, how much does he regenerate per turn? That's really relevant information. So that pulled immediately, no surprise. Soldier, Gatling Trooper, really not a big deal at all. Yeah, he's shooting the resistance. Your sacrifice is noted. Thank you for your service, Vard Pezix. Oh, that is not what I wanted to say. When he does this, I think he always shoots. No, he doesn't. Good. You know what he's in range for? He's in range for Brittle and a bunch of fucking shotguns. That is borderline suicidal. Holy shit. That was not the flank. That was not it. I swear to God, if he body blocks the ladder. I feel really, really comfortable in this mission right now. I know there's a lot left. Like this mission has a ton of enemies. It currently thinks there's 10 active because the counter just now it's 15. The counter just like says every troop on the map is active way before they are on terror missions. I don't quite know why that is. They're not really active though. Don't worry about it. It just means that this bit of UI is completely useless in this mission. Okay. You free action revive him. There's no reason not to. Okay, what soldiers can get around the corner and waste this man? Combat engineer can get here. Oh, we're gonna destroy this poor schmuck. We have 3 shotgun flanks in brittle range. Let's get him. Like, surely this is in brittle range, right? Yeah. This is about 27 just from 3 attacks. There's no way he lives the turn, right? We have Stubborn Sectoid here. We have the Assault here. The Assault can make it to here, but I'd rather not have anyone ending on that line if possible. There shouldn't be a flank. That's not true. They can definitely flank. They can take this position if I'm just standing in the open here. That's fine. I can run and gun to the other side or something. Stubborn Sectoid is the only one with this move, and he's got a shotgun, so, I mean, you just do it and you see what happens. Don't care what the odds are. I don't want to see how big it is. 13% to do nothing. Not what I want to hear. Oh. Hey, Marine. Why don't you come use your secondary that I never get to shoot? I love this gun. Point blank. 9 to 12. Get him out. Good flank, buddy. Man, the Warlock doesn't normally do much, but he usually does more than that. Holy shit. That was a travesty. You notice that the skill event popped up twice there as a compensation because you need more ability points, but you are limited by number of missions, essentially, for how many ability points you get. Defeating Chosen and in-game boss enemies gives more experience now. I believe I doubled the amount for Chosen and Rulers, and I gave in-game bosses like Sectopods 2 each. Now, I've got Flagship Inferno over here, Run and Gun, and the Axe. That Advent Trooper's a problem. This guy's also a problem. He's a kind of a big problem. I can move to here and chuck a grenade and have someone else finish him off.
I will go.
That seems like the best way to get value out of this grenade. So let's do it.
Goes out the window.
I don't know. Surely it does, because I didn't kill anyone. That reveals every time. I was getting my wires crossed, trying to remember Vanilla War, The Chosen, and Proficiency class pack, and just everything coming together all wrong. Over here, this is not actually dangerous at all, because there's a line of sight blocker in the middle of the road, so there's no way to flank this. Take him out. Next turn, it's likely blue move, yellow move into cover to get the loots. Things are just pretty thoroughly under control at the minute. Move over one tile, take a shot. I can only see the guy across the street all the way. So it's only worth doing if I have a relevant grenade. I can blue move to here and chuck the grenade on my assault. He'll be in axe and run and gun territory after that point. But it's a way to get grenade value here.
Here, catch.
20% chance to kill. Otherwise, we're taking the shot with the medic. Yeah, sure, why not? Good job, flagship. Did we have people this far down at the start of the turn? I think my Reaper was here and they didn't see anything. So we're safe to move there on total halibut. You no longer need to be here, but you can move here and overwatch, which seems like the most valuable thing you can possibly do this turn. We can't push down. This was a turn where we were dealing with the Warlock. Poor guy, 29%. Did not deserve it. But after this, we're in a really good spot since the Warlock won't be spamming us with, you know, summons from across the map. We should be safe to really aggressively push down, deal with these guys. A rocket would be ideal, but I don't think I have any line of sight for that. I don't think I have line of sight, or movement rather, for a move into flamethrower. Those guys with the high ground can probably do some pretty good work, though. Also, you're not allowed to stand on the same tile like that. That is explicitly cheating. What is with the positioning on these guys? They aren't, like, programmed to want high ground. It's just a coincidence they're all on high ground this time. And landing shots. Weird. Look at the resistance actually being competent. Oh, really? It's only the end of the second turn. That is wild. Oh, no, end of the third turn. That makes more sense. It's still very, very fast. Okay, I have to move here to grab the loot. If this pulls something, I want to know. Now, not later. Cool. I'm going to move through here so I can go up top, work through the door next turn. Now, combat engineers in the back and in the front. Can I just chuck this rocket straight at them? I can. It's a little bit of overkill. Like, I'm not going to pretend it isn't. I've got this Marine in the back. I can just move here and take a flank on the trooper. Absolutely. All right. Fair enough. You got the point blank off. You did the one thing. So, fine. Don't contribute ever again. See if I care. The rocket seems grossly unnecessary. I can reload and chuck a frag. Gotta choose which one I'm hitting. Yeah, no. How close to the car is he? He's not. Good. I'm not chucking frags. These guys are just in a really awkward position, and I'm not going to be dealing with this. Not being able to get the kill on that guy or even relevant ship means he's going to be a serious problem going forward, so that's the solution there. Over here on the assault. Oh, I have him selected already. That's why he won't select. I would normally move here, but I am a little bit traumatized by cars in this mission, so instead, I'll simply not do anything of relevance. And I'll take a guaranteed kill here. If I knew you were going to be that good at it, I'd have shot the sectoid soldier instead. I'm going to sprint forward to here, I think. There's a clear flank on that from the sectoid soldier, and durable though he is, it's not like looking to get shot in the back with a flank crit from a plasma weapon. There's no flank from this, nothing's active up there, so that's a safe move as well. You are not in stealth. If I sprint you up here, you will definitely get to enter stealth. I say definitely. There could be a pod in the top of this house. I'll check out that possibility while I try to get back in stealth. Unsurprisingly, there was not anyone up there. That would have been crazy. You need to be moving forward towards the objective, or towards Den Mother, rather, because the objective is just the murder. But getting closer to Den Mother is good. Overwatch is all I can do of relevance. See if he can't take him down. Come on. Ah, it wasn't likely. I mean, field medics are just rookies with an exaggerated sense of self-importance. I was wondering if that was too harsh. It's not. It really is just an accurate description. That's a lot of dudes. Frost Trooper, Frost Priest, Trooper, Stun Lancer, I think. Then there's this other Stun Lancer pod with triple Trooper inside. We're looking at least 2 Stun Lancers near the objective right now, which is a bit spooky, but not too bad. All right, everyone's finally finished running around. Third Stun Lancer. Oh, shit. There are 3 Stun Lancers on the objective. It's not too unlikely at this point in the game when you're having big pods because of dynamic aliens by force level with my configurations generating lots of dudes. The rules are like you can't just fill the pod with 7 of the same guy. And there's so few enemy types that you just keep seeing like pretty much everything get represented. It's why you keep seeing a Frost Priest and a Frost Trooper instead of just like seeing 4 normal troopers. And it's why you see 3 different pods with Stun Lancers. Dear God, make it stop. Alright, we have 4 turns left on the bleed out. We're back in stealth up here, which means I can start moving around here. It's this last one where I saw the Stun Lancer. I'm gonna sprint up to here, make sure nothing is going on that's too crazy up in the rooftops. And we're looking to eventually come out on this stairwell to be a spotter. And additionally, by standing here, we can prevent anyone from coming up. Unfortunately, a civilian is literally ruining our dreams. I didn't know he was there when I made this plan. I'm gonna keep moving forward no matter what on Fantastic Fox. I always make this move, so we just see if it pulls now. It does not. A Magpie at this point is just like the only person who can ever justify being on the side of the road in the first place. They can't get across the road, so I'm just going to... Damn. I'm gonna reload and sprint next turn, I guess. Pulling this pod would be pretty bad. Going to Overwatch here. I'm not going to move further up. God, this no man's land is rough. I have to move forward. I can't just stay in here and do nothing. It's rough, but like I need to know if this is... That is not a pull I was expecting. That was not a pod I was even thinking about needing to fight. Holy shit. They were just broken apart with one of them standing on over here. Oh, man. Can't get a grenade to it. Oh, that's brutal. Where's that sapper? Sapper's running forward on this side. Does that also pull? No, thank God. This guy's 100% sending his grenade down range to get through some of the shield and let the stubborn, not the stubborn sectoid, the Phoenix Point take the shot. Hopefully that'll get the kill. If not, well, I don't like flank shots going to my soldiers, but at least the Frost Priest is pretty bad at them. Only a 52. At least, never mind. No, at least involved. It got the kill. That was a damage roll, too. Alright, so that's the immediate concern done. The Stun Lancer's probably not charging us. That's brutal. I absolutely want to rocket launch from here, which means this is the wrong combat engineer. Where's the other one? Yeah, I'm going to be sprinting to this position for a rocket on pure mischief. No additional pull. That's great. We can see the sectoid soldier here. We briefly saw some stuff in the back over there. Running here probably pulls said stuff in the back. I think this is the move on Total Halibut. He's not getting relevant flamethrowers for a while. Putting them here lets them It felt cool at the time. He doesn't actually need full cover, though, and this is closer to pushing to this location. Okay, I'll take this move. How are you doing this turn? Oh, you've already went, and you are useless. Flagship Inferno could get up here, it just wouldn't be very helpful. I don't like this move, but I mean, I already pulled most of that fog. So having done that, it's like you just do this one now and you hope it's all right. You've taken pretty much all of the risk already. Okay, good. He's still booking it back. This pod very well might just run forward, or it could just stand still and shoot people like you do. That is just so many stun lancers I have to get through to get to the end of this. It's going to be a massacre at the objective for a little while before I can win this. Thank God the Warlock's down so early. That was a really, really fortunate move. I don't know what I was expecting him to do, but it sure as shit wasn't that. So this is the next pod pulled. This is like 10 actual active now, 2 stun lancers amongst them. Those Overwatches are honestly just not scary at all. Glad to see that damage going on in the Frost Priest. It's always nice to get those shields down without my direct involvement. Always nice to see stun lancers wasting their turn and not charging me with weapons out. I'm not sure who he shot at, but he appears to have failed. God, these two guys up top are actually amazing. Oh, there goes their cover, though. At least it didn't blow the ground out from under them and kill them. Oh, speaking of random cover destruction nonsense, though, something I've never mentioned is in my tweaks mod, I've turned down the cover destruction damage or the environmental damage of every type of gun, like your basic normal weapons, not flamethrowers, not grenades, just like assault rifles. All of those deal half environment damage compared to what they used to. So I'm hoping that will result in a little bit less of randomly blowing up the floor underneath your own soldiers when you miss a shot. So far, I haven't seen anything crazy happen, which implies it might be doing its job, but environmental damage is such a heavily obfuscated, nonsensical thing in this game. So far, though, nothing bad's happened, so I'm going to take credit as that being my mod doing its job. All right, we're at least a turn out from rescuing Den Mother. Now, over here. You're not doing anything relevant this turn. How about this rocket, though? Where could this go? You know, nowhere particularly great. I could blow this area to Kingdom Come, but I think that's mostly my guys. Can the flamethrower reach across? That would be pretty sick, but not quite. It does have a lot of range, but not that much. If I move here, there's not really any flanks. There is the Stun Lancer, but the Stun Lancer is going to charge for a melee attack, and that's actually beneficial for me. And I'm not afraid of these Overwatches. This is a combat engineer. Oh no, my ablative health. Now I'm afraid, though, because now bad things can happen. However, the Stun Lancer is not one of those bad things. We have a flank on the Sectoid Soldier, which is damn nice. No flamethrower. I'm tempted to take a 45 for a kill on a dangerous unit. You know, someone will eventually hit that guy. But as far as I'm concerned, he's literally untouchable. I can move here, take another flank shot, and put a defensive mine on the other side. It's pretty funny. I need to move forward. What's the alternative position? Here? Oh, this is an assault. That's very important information. It's literally not the class I thought it was. Because they're out of range, I'm going to want to push forward here. I want my character who's good at running Overwatches to be in a position to actually run said Overwatches. And now I'm just willing to Hail Mary a rocket into the middle of all this shit. It'll probably either kill the Sectoid Soldier or the Stun Lancer. It might drift hard left over here. And if it does, like, boo-hoo, it's going to hit someone else. 3.4 is a lot of scatter, but it's so far away from my units that it won't matter. Hey, somebody finally got the Sectoid Soldier.
They're moving to help the other survivors.
Oh, that cleared the first objective because he was technically a part of the pod way back there before he sprinted across the map untouched by everything. That's pretty funny. Now, I don't have a grenade in here. What's this even vision from? Oh, the Frost Priest on the outside. Gonna move up to here.
An alien scouting party.
Only a 34 to hit. I'm gonna take a concealed overwatch, so if that stun lancer moves, I can take a shot at him. Otherwise, I won't do anything and the stun lancer won't come for me. I can slash the Frost Priest, which actually puts me in a cover position. The issue being, there's a stun lancer right there, but if he were to come for me, he might just shoot me. He doesn't need to run at me. Oh. I don't need to care. What's the overwatch I'm pulling? Frost Trooper in the back. Man, this Marine is just tragic, aren't they? I'm just gonna go ahead and full sprint on Minuscule Magpie because they're literally not able to participate in the game. And I think it's run and gun to here. Axe throw at this flank and then grenade throw up top. It's unfortunate that I'm running an overwatch here and that I am in danger. Oh, wait a second. There's a stun lancer right there. What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? I can't run that. Well, now we need to find a run and gun to make it seem like this play wasn't just objectively wrong. If I go to here, that gets me closer to the stun lancer stuff happening on that side. And I believe this is exactly in range for a grenade. I don't remember for the rest of my life whether or not you can get from one side of this apartment complex to the other with a grenade from this point. Only I won't because I don't have any grenades. Man, this has just been a travesty of a turn for the assault. Throw your axe at that guy. Let's see if we can just get him in the end with... Nope. That's... We're not fixing this turn. Take your 22. I don't even care. I just want your turn to be over. Chip his ablative shield down with the stock. It's always nice to do. I can't really move forward here is the issue. I can just barely get him with a grenade, but it's not very good. I can't get up to the top with this grenade. Oh, you're the only thing I have eyes on. It's a 0% up. Damn, that is awful. I'm gonna take my overwatch then. The end of this turn has been absolutely miserable. I should be safe from below, so I can run forward here. Can't really do anything from there, that's the issue. But hey, I could run to here, and maybe next turn I can contribute meaningfully. But this turn I can take a 45 at that guy, and fuck that guy, am I right? Damn shame. All we have left is Fox, and Fox's turn is like pretty straightforward. I run forward as far as I can with the blue move, and I overwatch, just inching closer and closer to Den Mother. Man, the turn started off so much better than it ended. That's a weird thing for a stun lancer to do, is just stand still and throw shots down range for 25%. You would always think that his AI was accounting for that defensive mind, but it wasn't. It's just really, really fortunate for it. I guess the overwatch was enough to dissuade him. Even though it was like a shotgun overwatch with no chance of hitting, I don't think the AI is able to judge the quality of your overwatch. Was that my assault or my sapper that just got hit? I think it was my assault. That's unfortunate, because my assault definitely cares a lot more about bullets in his gun and mobility. Oh, was it you? Was it my combat engineer? Because I don't care about that one even a single bit. That's utterly inconsequential. Just like these overwatches. Goddamn. Absolutely useless. Man, what does that feel like? To just like target people and click them and they take damage on 45s. What the hell? Like, my RNG with the Warlock was so good that I don't get to complain about anything else in this mission until people start dying to nonsense. Taking wounds doesn't matter compared to how this started, but man, I was really hoping with that assault that was relatively in the back of all my units and had not been touched to continue participating. And not be dead. Thank God. Him being dead was not on the list of like, he was not even the unit I was briefly afraid for. All right, I think we're past all the risk. What's happening? Why didn't my Reaper shoot him? What happens? I'm gonna go ahead and check the tooltip for Overwatch Concealed, because I did that, and I thought that specifically meant shoot even though you're concealed. Evidently, it means something else. All right, the game finally stopped hitching. Hopefully these guys managed to get some amount of work done. Oh, okay, he lives. That is a ballsy shot. If it had killed, it'd be helpful, but just dealing 2 damage to a 4 health enemy hardly matters to me. This would be actually pretty beneficial to hit. Of course it doesn't. And I think that's all that we have left in terms of people who are actually shooting. I can move here, grab her, and then move back. Where precisely is she? Not preview movement, preview body. Oh, I can just move into cover and do it. She's actually in range of cover. That's very helpful. I'm just doing that every time, though, because this has to happen sooner rather than later, and he's not doing anything relevant this turn.
Nothing's broken. You're fine.
Seems a little bit condescending to say to somebody who's been unconscious, bleeding to death for the entirety of the duration that you've known them. All right, so this is probably just 2 kills. No reason not to move first. Oh, well, because I can't, but I can reload my gun first and then get rid of this. Thanks, Combat Engineer. Did that hit Den Mother and just not tell me about it? Okay, no, good. I was very worried for a second. Is he burning? He is. He's dead, right? Give me a quick check. What do you mean takes a 0 to 2 damage over time? That is nonsense. Oh, man. I could have sworn that I had F1 the burning from this gun before and it said takes 1 to 3. Or from flamethrowers, rather. Very confused about what damage burning is supposed to do. I can move here and take the shotgun. I mean, it's hard to justify doing anything else. If I miss, instead, like, I can use the flamethrower to guarantee it. And it's hard to justify not guaranteeing it, right? I want to guarantee it. The grenade's probably less valuable. Sure. I don't care about a stun lancer corpse. I care about making sure we end this relatively soon. Because with units like Flash Up Inferno taking damage, we're actually in, you know, a little bit of concern. Oh, wow. What's the inside of this house? Oh, you're frozen. Right, you're chilled. I'm just gonna move to here to break line of sight on everything, get him the fuck out of danger. I want to go over to my Reaper. Overwatch concealed. What is this ambush off? Okay, so Overwatch concealed is what it always says. You have to toggle ambush on. I just misremembered how it worked. Anyway, that looks pretty good. Somebody can get a shot there. Let's guarantee that somebody can get a shot there before we do anything crazy, right? We got a sapper here that needs to reload their gun, and they don't have line of sight, Cloud. I checked. There is 1 potential flank from this Advent Trooper. It's a suicide flank, so not really. So I should be safe to move here and get vision of the priest. Is that correct? Yes. Get him out. Okay. Now our Reaper should be safe to simply walk all the way up to this man and shoot him. Can't really think there's a safer thing to do. There's someone in the next room, I'm in danger no matter what, so yeah. I'm gonna just walk. I thought it was showing me getting overwatched through the floor by that guy. I was very upset for a hot second. That's a 90. Yeah, there we go. There's the 100. 2 to 3. Get him out. Okay. I was deeply, deeply upset for a hot second. Not him. I can get into full cover. Probably take him out. My gun's empty, so if I'm not slashing, I'm not participating. All right, good. We're down to 6 active. That might actually be 5 active waiting to be updated. Nope, 6 active. We have the 1 Marine who's pretending to help. We're gonna run forward. I wouldn't actually mind oh, it's not a zone suppress. That guy's burning to death. Well, in that case, I'll suppress the 1 guy who might take a suicide flank. So it really is 5. It jumped to 7 active when I ended my turn. Oh, right. Yes. That is a mechanic in this game. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess he's running it. I was very confused for a hot second as to what that meant. Took an Overwatch. Advent Trooper up here is probably shooting resistance. There's no way that's relevant to me. Glad to see the miss, though. Stun Lancer getting closer to my guys. I don't think... Oh, you shouldn't have had eyes to the Reaper to target them, so it should be fine. Advent Trooper now knows about the Reaper and is just like fucking... He didn't burn to death. He took 0 damage. What a way to get a wound on my Reaper. Yeah, it was not like a display error. It was actually burning for 0 to 2. I'm gonna be upfront with people. If you put a dot that can roll for 0 in your game, you've made a mistake. I don't know if that's an actual death. Don't be a hero unit in my game. You will get flanked and killed by units that were not on your screen last turn. If you, Jesus Christ. It's fine. We'll get new wins next month. We don't need them. Man, those are some ugly solar panels, aren't they? Anyway. I'm not even upset about it. It's just more missions to upgrade my rookies with. I'll be spending all my money on rookies. We'll get all the rookies upgraded. It'll be great. We'll use all of the normal units. We don't need any stupid, fancy hero units from the Reapers or the Skirmishers. Now, there's a Stun Lancer in this room that I was previously planning on killing with that Reaper, or at least participating in the killing with that Reaper. That's a kill on this guy. What else can I do? I can run it. Can't really get anywhere and do anything, but I could run it. There's a Faceless there. That seems bad. And there's a Stun Lancer up the ladder from him. You need bullets in your gun to do anything in a fight. Now, if you don't take this 31, you're not doing anything, so there's literally no reason to do anything else, because putting you on Overwatch doesn't help, man. I think it's reload grenade on the Sapper. I don't really know of any other play I should be looking at. I'm going to push this as far into the wall as I can in case it does something relevant. Don't think it can. But just in case there's something on the other side of the wall that I don't know about, for instance, a Frost Lancer out the flank could kill my favorite unit. That was not the case this time, though. Now, with that line of sight open, is there any chance of people participating in killing the Faceless? Doesn't really seem like it. I don't actually trust this to get on the car. Which is really unfortunate, because it obviously is where I should be moving. A guaranteed kill there with a shotgun. I can move here and still take that guaranteed kill. Push around for the Trooper next turn. Oh. Alright, I'm moving here then. This has just gone suddenly terribly wrong at the end of the mission. Move here, see if you can't do something about that Stun Lancer. Oh. You sure you can't see him? It really seems like you should be able to. Well, hunker down, I guess. Good luck. At this point, we should be safe from any flanks along this angle, so I can move out to here with Mischief. Just get a little bit closer to where that Faceless is going to be. I'm expecting to come out this wall for some reason. I know what the reason is. I'm planning on running this way with my Assault, because he can't do anything to it. Once again, this line is now safe thanks to my Combat Engineer move. Nothing to do, so we we hit T by accident, then we reload by accident. Oh man, this has just gone to shit. I have clearly hit my fatigue point and need to stop playing this game. 4 missions, one of which had to be replayed in a row, is apparently too much for this poor brain of mine. The Faceless has the same mobility, less than I do even. So if I fall back to, you know, just as far as I can in general, that should presumably mean that I can reload my shotgun this turn. Anything that doesn't reload my shotgun seems pretty bad, so that's the move I'll take. That guy seems like he's panicking. This guy seems like he should have panicked harder. See, that one gets it. He's running like he was supposed to the first time. Here's one of the people who participated in the murder of my Reaper. We're gonna need to get some pretty vicious vengeance on these folks. I'd be fairly upset if that hit. I guess it wouldn't really matter, but still. What's that even at? Oh, civilian out in the fog over there that was just taking its sweet time highlighting. Frost Trooper up top, nothing to be done. What's it shooting at? I'm guessing one of the guys who ran off screen already. All right, let's see what you're going for. I'm assuming Chadwick. Yeah, sorry about that, Chad. Oh, holy shit, look at him go. I think he might be the only resistance fighter left. I think all of the remaining ones are just civilians. Okay. I think it's pretty obviously move here, shoot. Might be better to be closer to the ladder. I want to be closer to the ladder. There's no way I'm not shooting my shotgun at the faceless this turn. I was kind of hoping for more damage than that since it, you know, has 12 health and all. Alright, I think I have 2 people lined up like chumps back here. Yes, but I can't run the Overwatch on this character. And luckily, I still have a combat engineer with full armor lying around. I'm gonna move to here to run these Overwatches. Do your worst. Like I said, not a chance in hell. It's a combat engineer. They're fine. They're not like Reapers. They don't just drop dead. Realistically, I could have moved anywhere and taken that shot since I have a shotgun. Fatigue is just very seriously set in. It's fine though. The faceless is not the problem. It's the it's all the damn stun lancers on the second floor and all of the frost priests running around in fog of war. All right, that should be fairly easy to finish off. Probably with Magpie. Everyone else is further away. Magpie's not doing anything but this. I thought the door was here. Holy shit. It's a rough day of XCOM. I know he's still, there's apparently a civilian standing beside him or something. He's right there. If I had a grenade, it'd be very easy to kill. Anyway, over here, we're always moving here and taking this flamethrower. The idea of doing anything else is preposterous. Get him. Combat engineers just running around being ridiculous. I don't care at all about the loot. I'm really just worried about getting out of here without any more egregious wounds. We have a stun lancer and a frost trooper upstairs back here. I can move here. I won't have vision of the goo man. It looks like this is the only move I have that actually moves in the direction of the remaining enemies, so, you know, it's a 42%. It's not good, but it's what we got.
Not good.
What am I left with? Is it just this guy? Oh. I've already used run and gun, so I just have to slash. I should be safe to frost. Stun Lancer has a million other targets, so it shouldn't come from me either. Of course, there's just a 12% somebody's gonna get hit, in which case there's a chance they could die no matter what, so I may as well take the 88 that no one gets hit. Okay, good. Now about that stun lancer that's just committing murder upstairs. And that frost priest that's probably doing the same. All right, all 4 of them finished panicking. The frost guy overwatched. And resistance activity has ground to a halt. So, who do I have? I have Phoenix Point with a grenade. That's pretty good. Move here to get vision. We're gonna drop a grenade on the stun lancer, and that should result in him being very, very dead. Even if we don't have the kill immediately. Alright, this is a hole in the ground. Where's the stun lancer? There's a lot of holes in the ground in there. Oh. Man, Fatigue! Fatigue, man! It's so rough. Oh, sometimes your brain just melts. I wonder how avoidable that Reaper death was. Because everything after that Reaper death has been a complete shit show. We want this guy dead. The safest way to do that's very, very obvious. We take Pure Mischief. Literally just clicked on the wrong one. Run him up here. We have a flamethrower left and everything, so this should be pretty easy. We might not have it this turn, but they'll definitely be dead next turn. Oh no, I've triggered the Overwatch. Didn't even get to my armor. All right, Jesus. We got through it. Despite my best efforts to throw, it wasn't that bad. Also, that was really sudden. I never did figure out how much regeneration was for, because he died before he could regenerate a second time. Oh, rough. Mission debriefing. I assume it was one of the combat engineers that was carrying with the flamethrowers, right? Those did some pretty strong work. Yeah, 5 kills, 100% shot accuracy, 33 damage. Did anyone else come close? Severn Sectoid was pretty solid. Sundown King did not do that much before he got murked. Phoenix Point did incredible for an assault. 27 damage is way above the average numbers for that class. Field Medics doing nothing as always. Marines being underwhelming except for defensive value. This is actually pretty trash for a combat engineer. Only 20? I mean, dear lord, come on. You did use bow charge as a flamethrower, right? How's that even happen? On the whole, it is just the story of sappers and combat engineers being far and away the best early game units, because, you know, if you can point and click and destroy cover and deal damage instead of having to roll at 65 aim, that's great.
People would rather die fighting than starving in a shack somewhere.
That's great, Volk. I'm glad that they would rather die fighting, because they fucking did. Is he gonna enter the thumbnail and go gray the next video? I think the skirmisher did the same thing. Jesus Christ. Normally like the thumbnail, there's like these cluster of badass hero units in the front and center. Not this time. Gonna need to get some tombstones going. Yeah, that was unfortunate. The good news is everyone else, well, except for these guys, got promoted. Oh, I mean, they joined the... How did you get a bond? You weren't even there. Anyway, we rescued 11 civilians, got an Illyrium core, a bit of loot pinata, intel, 7 troopers, a sectoid, an alloy, 2 priests, 2 stun lancers, and a faceless. Not the best haul, but, you know, we won. There's that. Pyrrhic victory it may be, but we still won. We're not gonna contact the black site. You can cut that shit out. Okay. Is that the end of the month, or is there like a period after this before the month ends instantly? I don't want to watch your cutscenes. So it looks like our black site, Operation Necromancer Globe, is over here in New India, I think is what that one's referred to. It might just be normal India. Not investigating anything yet.
It's the only way we're going to find out what's behind this so-called...
We know it's the Warlock. I didn't even realize his name was Heart Eater. That's pretty metal. We have 26 hours until the supply drop. Now, we have some promotions to hand out and some thoughts to have. But first, I'm gonna turn off XCOM, uninstall that map mod, because I really just do not enjoy playing that map, alongside the bugs that I've experienced with it and the oddness that is having a turret and a Haven retaliation. And I'm gonna take a break because like my eyes don't feel well. I think we might be approaching migraine-inducing territories of fatigue. I'll be back in 30 minutes to an hour after I've sat in the air conditioning, drank some water, and thought about nothing for a little while. All right, getting back into it. Fantastic Fox. I haven't actually covered medics before. They have the arc thrower and the sedate ability. What sedate does is, in addition to just being able to use the arc thrower, you can use it at minimum effect to stun mind-controlled allies. I've never gotten value out of this. Battlefield triage is one of the big things they do. If they go on a mission and they have leftover med kits, they're able to use those to essentially heal you back up and skip the wound time up to a threshold. I believe it's 45%. Yeah, you essentially can negate the bottom 55%, or the bottom 45% rather, of wounds. And Medical Specialist is giving them more med kits with more charges and additional charges revive, stuff like that, more hit points healed. For our first ability, you get some form of action economy. Adrenaline Rush gives you an extra action, just anything. You get a 33% damage penalty for the remainder of the turn. Reposition is, well, it's hit and run, basically, from XCOM 1. Shoot somebody if you have a flank, you just get another move afterwards, but with a penalty to mobility. And Fleet-Footed allows you to ignore reaction fire, gives you an additional dodge. And it lets you use some of the stuff later in this tree for free, like Emergency Aid and Rapid Deployment. Wait, what? Oh, not for free. After you dash, so when you would otherwise be out of actions. Adrenaline Rush is easily the most valuable one of these, so easy choice for me. Coming over to Magpie, who I also forgot to cover, I haven't talked about Marines yet. They get the ability to set their reaction and attack threshold so that they never shoot below 66, 33, or 0. They get bonuses to reaction shots, and as they increase, they get more bonuses and more ammo. They have sustained fire, which allows them to take a direct shot and then either overwatch, suppress, or reload afterwards. And they have the ability to suppress, of course. Now, unlike a lot of classes where I feel like this largely covers whatever the proficiency mod gives them as their main ability, it will largely cover their main role. For Marines, I think their main role is suppression, and they really need covering fire and pin them down to do that. So I always take these perks, because covering fire is going to give you you essentially negate half their cover on reaction shots, which will almost always be at least plus 15% accuracy. And B, if you suppress somebody and they run it, they get a minus 15 aim penalty for the rest of the turn, so suppression's still doing something. Flush them out is nice, it's a vastly increased hit chance, it's great at dealing ship damage, and Danger Zone makes area of effect suppression really good. These are all things you can consider buying later with AP, and they'd be great, but covering fire is core functionality. I can't justify picking anything else. Common engineers we talked about before, I'll be taking Smokescreen again like I always do. Flagship Inferno is my first corporal assault, and he is going to be out for how long? 23 days, and that's with triage. Rough. Now, you have prep for entry, which is fantastic. It essentially means your next grenade is a free action, although it has reduced range. Zone of control increases your CQB radius, and I realize now I haven't talked about assault, so let's talk about assaults. You have CQB radius. It starts off at 4 tiles, and as you level up, will increase to 5 and eventually 6. Initially, you get bonuses to defense, critical hit defense, and critical hit chance against everyone within that radius of 5%, then 10%, then 15%. And additionally, anyone in that range cannot dodge or graze your attacks, which is very, very good. That's easily the best part of it. Later on, you have stuff like zone defense, where you shoot anyone that comes into it, which makes it a lot more valuable. But for now, it's not a big deal. You also start with run and gun, and as you've seen, slash. Now, prep for entry is good, and zone of control is not really, it's not remotely close to the other perks in this category. Even in late game, it's not incredible. It does, however, provide penalties to mobility and aim, minus 10 aim, minus 10 mobility to the enemies in that radius. This can be helpful. It's probably the best part of the perk, but it's not enough to compete with Honed Edge, which increases all these 88% slashes you're seeing to 100%. Additionally, it gives you some crit chance. And on Sergeant, I'll always be taking Breakthrough, because now I can slash somebody who's in the open and reposition the cover. These two perks mean that your Sergeant Assaults tend to hard carry the missions they're in. They get tremendously better and more flexible when you take that line. Mischief, just like all the other combat engineers, going into Smokescreen. Phoenix Point is also making it to Honed Edge immediately. Congratulations. And Mercury Hawk is wounded and not ready to go on a mission. I'll just go ahead and leave them unclassed for the time being. Now, Den Mother needs to get with the program. Unfortunately, part of the program is being purple, and her armor does not really color very well, so we'll need to change this. I couldn't find a tentable beanie, so we'll just go with the beret, and this will be the new Den Mother outfit. I can live with this. Gravely wounded 8 days. I think you're exaggerating just how bad that is, Den Mother. Before I leave, though, how are you doing? You have rapid deployment and support grenadier. Welcome to the A-team. You have everything you need. Total combat's all right. Bandelier's actually pretty good. Flush them out's fantastic, but I really wanted the ability to free action throw a grenade and the ability to carry more grenades, because I'm going to need the inventory space. So this is absolutely fantastic. Really happy with Den Mother. Tragically, I have no more covert ops to do. I've done everything I can.
Commander.
Over in engineering, I don't think there's anything I need to build immediately. In terms of building facilities, if we're going to build anything, it would be a proving ground, but as you can see, I am broke. I don't have any money, like at all. Use it all buying rookies to go on missions. Speaking of, I believe we're just about to finish scanning for some rookies, right? 2 days left on rookies. That'll finish up around the same time as the month, and we'll be able to go from there to supplies afterwards once everything takes over. For now, though, let's get working on getting some more troops.
There were some casualties.
Soldier bond available between, I believe, 2 random rookies, right? Yeah. Aim increased by 3. You weren't going to be a Marine. You aren't going to be my marksman, are you? Yeah, Iron Rhino is already my marksman. My Marine's already White Wolf. I've just locked in Den Mother as my field support. So there's actually nobody that needs to be getting aim stacked for this specific role. I will make them into my Marine unless they are wounded for an exaggeratedly long time. I don't think they will be, though. They're out for 12 days. I've got 2 Marines. I'm perfectly happy to have a 3rd Marine coming on board in a few days. And I like having more aim on my Marines for... You saw Magpie in that mission. It was terrible. So making you into a Marine seems great. And it'll match your little glowy eyes. Aesthetics are a little bit worse now, but the pattern it was using did not work for me at all. I can live with this. So interesting thing with field supports, I've only built 2, but I honestly don't feel like I want that many field supports. For now, with this other rookie with Final Enigma, Gonna go ahead and lead them on class until I see what the next mission is. Covert Ops has popped up with a new recover useful items at the very end of the mission with aim +4, end of the month rather. Unfortunately, I don't think White Wolf or Den Mother or I don't think anyone I want to aim stack is available. I think it's rough, buddy. It's bad. Flashbangs, medkits, and smokes. I don't have the soldiers for this. That's just a skip, unfortunately. Debris has been cleared. View room. Not that I'm building anything here. Theoretically, what I would want to build is an infirmary or a proving grounds. Those are definitely the things that are on the horizon for me, but neither of those are happening just yet because I don't know that I don't know that I have money for free here. I might be already spending all my money immediately on gear and soldiers at the start of the month. I don't feel comfortable spending anything. Let's keep on scanning. Oh! Smash and grab is here. Month's not over. The barracks seems pretty over, though. 45, 90, 135. I haven't found the black market, so I can't sell things yet. I can hire 3 rookies and exhaust 2 soldiers that are tired and going to be tired for a long time, which I guess is what I'm doing. I've pushed myself super hard and lost 2 soldiers, so my barracks is in a really rough spot. This will pay off. But right now, we're in the struggle bus phase of this strategy. All of these wounds and these deaths are really starting to be a problem. Also, my Discord, not yours. So looking at soldiers, I've got like a tired 11 days combat engineer that's just absolutely bottomed out and not going to be ready forever. I've got like a couple of tired 10 days. So I think I'm going to double mission some of my most exhausted soldiers and buy 3 rookies. Not happy about it, but it's what we're doing. We have a 43 and a 48. 48 on Capitalist Prodigy is our best bet. Now it's 44 on Evolver Ocelot. And now it's 43 on Gothic Toaster. Oh, right, I can only hire 2. The third one was the one I couldn't afford. It's just hard to contemplate being that broke. Anyway, I need these supplies. The Lost are here and Lightning Strike, that's the best possible scenario. The reward is whatever we can get our hands on, and boy howdy, would I like to get my hands on some supplies. Boy howdy, would I like to steal fucking anything, because I am so broke. If there happen to be people in those boxes, I would also be perfectly happy with that. Our most tired soldiers are Halibut at 10, or sorry, at 11, and then Mischief and Phoenix Point at 10 each. And I'm sorry guys, but 11 days from now may as well be like a month past the apocalypse. That, right now, it doesn't look like that time is ever going to happen. You're going straight into missions. Now, I believe if I unequip barracks, I should have Den Mother's cool new gun. And, well, I want shotguns on these guys, so I guess I'll give it to Revolver Ocelot because he has the best name. Now, aside from that, is there, like, anything to do aside, like, I can put on the slightly cooler guns. All right, we've managed to get 8 people together. 3 of them are very upset that they're here. Wait, there's a guy who has fear of the lost. Who is it? Is he on the mission? Would it even show up down there? I have to make sure that he's not on the mission. He will get killed if the guy with fear of lost shows up on this mission. No, fear of the lost is on a covert action. He's Torpedo Avalanche. We're good. When I came back to the mission, it automatically unselected the 3 tired soldiers like I had made a mistake and I must reconsider. There's no way I'm sticking with this, right? And the answer is no, I'm sticking with this. They're going into Shaken. They're going to have a bad time. It's okay. They'll live. Probably. It turns out that one of my rookies on this mission has actually already gotten his promotion. I should really promote him before I go. I've only got 2 assaults, and one's going into Shaken on this mission, so getting another assault seems pretty good. It seems like the thing to do. So congratulations, Final Enigma, on your new color scheme. And now we're actually ready to go on to the next mission. I'd rather go here. Hope you've been enjoying modded XCOM with me. If you have, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff really does help the channel grow. I really do appreciate it. There's a reason I show all the time, and I should show way harder at the start when call to actions actually work. But I'll keep doing it here like an idiot instead. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.